So when you first get your NVG-10, this is the box it'll come in. This is all the stuff it will come with. So you have your charger for your 18650 battery. This is what your battery looks like. I labeled mine just in case I decided to get more, so I'd know which ones are what. And then it also comes with a wall wart and a charging cable, which I thought was actually very nice of them. Because normally you'd have to fry the stuff on your own, but for the deal I got, this was a great deal. And then you get the device itself. Take note, you can probably lose this battery cover very easily. This is the tube that the 18650 goes in this direction, this orientation, the positive side facing out. And it also comes with a lens cap, this mount that you screw on, and then a helmet mount, which I was too lazy to take off. The helmet mount is fine. I mean, it works, binds up in weird ways. I'll get into the helmet and stuff later, but the helmet mount's alright. It kind of wiggles around. I have this thing on there so I can switch it around easily. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it certainly works, and it will work for some other night vision. I printed a night vision thing that will work with it. There's also the manuals and such. So it's an alright manual. It's not like a billion different languages, but you know, it tells you all the stuff you need to know. Yeah. Just really quick here, I'm going to run through the two different focus things they have on this. So this is your, I think it's called diopter on the front. When you twist that, you can focus between, like, focus really close up, so make things close up look, you know, really crisp and clear. Or you can twist it all the way out and make stuff, like, really far away look crisp and clear. And then there's a focus knob I didn't even realize this had until about a month into owning it. And it's actually this back here. So it changes the characteristics of, like, the focusing with the screen, which is pretty neat, but it's not very useful to me or whatever, because I've never really had to deal with it. But those are the two focusing wheels and whatever you have on here. I thought that was pretty handy to know, considering I didn't even know it had those until, you know, a little while into owning it. This will be the operational overview portion of the video. This is something I saw overlooked quite a lot in other reviews of this product, and it kind of left me out in the dark because nobody reads the stupid manual for these things. So you first get the device, and you'll put your battery in, as I showed earlier. You have 18650 right here. You have the positive end. You know, we all know the nib is the positive end, and it's a bit of a pain to screw in the first couple times, but you'll get the hang of it. And then you have your three buttons right here. Just regular arrow buttons, and then this is your main power button. So you're going to hold that for a couple seconds. Then your device powers on, gives you that cheap welcome whatever. It doesn't look the best because the lights are AC in here, so they do not play well with the frame rate of this camera. But we're going to roll with it anyway. So when you first get in here, it's going to look black and white. Nobody really likes that, so you're going to click this left button here once. And that's going to change it to green. Now that's pretty nice, now wasn't it? Because we all like that look of green phosphor. I wish it had a blue mode, but oh well. And then we can just hold down this button, changes to IR on. When it turns on, it has a little bit of IR coming out of the IR sensor on the front right there. And then now, so that it says IR off when you actually turn it on. That is a lie. That will get you spotted in the field or whatever. It says IR on, that's literally no IR coming out of this thing. It's just how it comes from the factory. And then you can cycle through your different IR modes. These ones don't lie to you. They are 3 different levels of IR. And you cycle through them just by clicking on them. Short press like that. And then you hold it to get out of this. So you can change from white to green. And then we're going to go over to this button right here. And this button actually changes your zoom. So we're just going to click it once. All the way up to 6x, and then normal. So that's like 6x zoom. There's a portion of the video where I cover that, what it actually looks like during the day and night. And then this power button, obviously if you hold it, it'll turn off. Or wait, let's see how you do that. Yeah, you hold that, turns off. I think the way you bring up this menu, I haven't done this in a while, is you hold this button. Yep, and then you can cycle through all your different ones. And you hold that button that you had, you hold this button again to put it away. So do that, You can cycle through all your settings. I'm not going to show you what each one does. You can change the level of the screen brightness. There's no magic setting that's going to make it work, you know, exactly as you want. It's pretty imperfect as it is, but what can you do? That's about it for the tech overview portion of this video. This is the day portion of the video where we will be testing various functions of the NVG-10 during the daytime. So you can see a tree out there. There's my shed. And then we have a tin can all the way out on that cinder block. I don't know if you can see that. We're going to be testing digital zoom. So for the tree, I'll be putting the distances up on screen. You can see what that looks like. Shed, compared to what it's like in real life, you know, you can really tell that the field of view is not very good. Let's do a big pan around. Really cannot see much at daytime, so you should definitely compare this to what it's like at night. It's just so washed out. This is what the set looks like at daytime. You can see all the distances and, you know, what things generally look like. And then you can compare this to what it's like at night. All the way around to there. There's my shed right there. And then there, right in the center, it should be. I don't know what this thing's doing. That is the tree I will be zooming in on. Okay, everybody, this is like the panoramic shot of my yard at night. Then I'm going to show you what it looks like with the night vision. So we have the tree out there. It's around 60 to 70 feet. You can see that pretty nicely. This is the first level of IR illumination that there is, directly when you turn it on. Panning over, here's my shed. It's looking pretty good. I really like this green color. Now, you know, you just looking down, you can look up and down, you can see what's going on here pretty good. May not be super in focus. Either that's the camera or that's the night vision device. There's like the fence. And now it's time to zoom in. So I'm going to zoom in on that can. And here we are, zoomed in basically on the tin can right there. I have no clue if you can see it. It's really hard to see, especially with this IR illumination, so I'm going to turn the IR illumination up. And there is the highest level of IR. See my target out there. Past that, there's the tree. Oh, and there's the can. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Alright, so here's my yard. I'm just going to pan around again, as you saw before. It is very easy to have, like, your breath just completely get lit up and wash out the screen. I don't know if you can see that, but my breath was really taken over. I'll turn it off the highest IR setting now. Alright, there we go. Just gonna look around. I really see the stars well. Not necessarily tonight, but other nights they're very distinct. This is the IR zoom portion of the video. This is what the room looks like with the lights on. You can see the three buttons right there. It's not really recording that well. You can see the one on the right. If you just click that, you know, right after you turn it on, just like short press, you know, it will change it from green to white mode. I prefer green mode because I'm sick of black and white. And that white one right there is what we're going to be focusing on. The one on the bottom is the power button. You hold that for the menu and just to turn it on and off. So basically, if you click that one, you know, it has 3 cycles. So you got, you know, standard zoom. I'm just going to turn the light off real quick. This is the standard zoom. It's nothing special. I showed this in the other part of the field test. I zoomed in on the can outside. And there's just 3 levels of zoom. You can see right down the bottom there, next to the Wi-Fi icon. Just zoom 1, and I click that button once, and it goes to 2x. You can see it created the new thing there. Yeah, it's kind of like what you get out of crappier digital night vision devices. You click it again, and it goes to 4x. Yeah, it's even more unusable in this really reflective environment. Click it a third time, and you're in 6x. This is the highest that it can do. It's pretty nice for zooming in and stuff, even though it's grainy in person. You can really make out more detail because, you know, even though it's digital zoom, it's still pretty helpful, I'd say. Okay, so I think it's time I should go over the helmet setup I have with you guys. Because what I have here cost me under $250 for the NVG-10 and the helmet. But I should probably inform you guys what this actually is. Obviously, everything I have right here I did not get for $250. This is a little rundown of everything I have on here. I have a battery on the back. I do actually recommend getting something like this. Although it's not necessary, it's very nice to have a counterweight. That really helps to generally make it more comfortable to wear, so you wear it more often. On the top, I just have like some cleaning supplies, an Allen wrench for, you know, general maintenance and whatnot on the top. I got another battery pack just to look cool. I was really bored one night and I just put so much random crap on this. I have an IR illuminator on it that's supposed to be invisible, but it's not. That is completely red, and it's completely visible to the naked eye. But it's particularly useful when I'm walking my dog and I need a car to see me because, you know, drunk drivers everywhere. And it's a random red light in the middle of the road, and they're like, oh crap, I should probably like not hit whatever that is. Probably an alien. On this side I have some extra batteries for my fake IR illuminator. That's on this side. And on this side I have a cheap Chinese bike light that was sitting in my house for years and years. And it just so happened to fit on the arc rail. So I'm like, oh, that's perfect, because this will illuminate the face of God. It is so bright. And also it does that. So if I want to just, you know, fuck with somebody, I can just do that. Oh yeah, I should put a seizure warning on that. So this helmet itself came off of Evike. It is not the best. The mount, the shroud or whatever, is actually molded into the shell of the helmet, which, yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. These elastics, they're fine. The arc rails are fine. I wish I had more Velcro on here. I'm stuck using Velcro tape. I mean, obviously, like, these were on there, but some of this top stuff wasn't. I put PVC on there because I was bored. And then another complaint I have is it's obviously styrofoam. For $40, I feel like I could get more than styrofoam, but oh well. And then this head strap. It is one strap. If I were to recommend an NVG helmet to anybody, my one thing would be to make sure this actually like goes around your chin instead of just being one, because this is very uncomfortable. And if you have a double chin like me, it will just dig in if you look down at the wrong angle, and it'll be very uncomfortable sometimes. So if you can get one that like splits around your chin, I'll try to put a picture of that up on screen right now. I would definitely recommend doing so. And overall, when it comes to these helmets, they don't fit right away. Just trust them. This one hurt like hell when I first got it. It was for my Halloween costume because I was Ghost from Call of Duty. And I just got the cheapest one I could find, and it hurt like hell on the sides of my head. Neither the sides of my head squished in, or I wore it in, and now it fits like a glove. It's perfect. It has these removable pads and everything. It's honestly pretty nice, and it, you know, from far away, when I'm walking my dog or whatever, you know, someone might think I'm an ISIS member, which I think is a win for this because it looks tactical or whatever. But yeah, that's the overview of my helmet. It's not, you won't get all this for $250. This is random crap I had from my house. And most of it I don't need. Most of it is extra weight on my neck that will inevitably wear down my vertebrae, but it's fine. It works. It looks cool, and that's kind of all I needed to do. So as far as this product goes, I think it's a great product. I think it's great for people, you know, who can't afford, you know, PVS 14 at like a $1,200 to $3,000 price range. I think it's amazing for that purpose, and for just backyard play that's not a cheap plasticky, night vision doohickey you buy on Amazon for $60 that costs like $12 to make in China. I think it's great for that, especially if you can get it at the right price. I've seen these things go for anywhere between $500 to $160. I personally got mine on Amazon for around $160 on sale. I'll try to find that link and put it in the video description for you. And I had my doubts because, you see these things at such high prices and you're like, no way they can sell it at that. But I appear to have gotten a legit device, pretty sure. So I think anything above like $250 is probably a scam. I'm not sure what Goodnight Gear sells it for, but it's a bit pricey. If you can find it on Amazon, that'd be great. But also, you do want to try to support companies like Goodnight Gear and all those. Another thing is, I won't tell you if it's right for you because you're the only one that can say that. I won't pretend like this is the best thing ever. I won't pretend like it's the worst thing ever. I have no merit for doing these things. I've never held a, image intensifier tube. I've never, used real analog. But it works for me, I can use it for whatever it is I'm doing. I can, look for animals in my backyard. I can walk my dog with it. I can play airsoft with it. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm pretty excited to do so because honestly, it's pretty sick, and I'm not scared to break it because, I'm scared to break it because, it's nice, but it's not like a $1,200 PVS-14, or it's not like a $40,000 quad nod, or it's not like, I spent hours 3D printing and making my own quad nod, or like mono nod, or whatever. Those are pretty sick. I've tried making those. They're not like, I encourage anybody to try doing that, but it's not for everybody, and this is pretty good middle ground. Another thing is, I don't think an NVG-30 is worth it. If you can get one for like $250 used, or if you can just find a website where they're not, $500. Who's gonna drop half a G on essentially just whatever that is? It's just a fancy camcorder, basically. And I think people have pretty high expectations for a device like this. It's never gonna be a PVS-14 replacement for $400. $400 is a lot of money to spend on something like this. This whole setup of mine, I already talked about how expensive it is. It was not that bad, but still, it's never going to be a quarter as good as a $1,000 PVS-14 if you can even get one for that price. It's never going to be a quarter as good as that. It's its own field, Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching the channel. I don't know if I'm going to upload a whole lot more in the future, but I knew I had something cool here. Like, not every person has NVG-10 they can make a video about, but I've got a lot of cool stuff. Let me know if you want to see like a gas blowback video about gas blowback airsoft guns in the future, or like, I don't know, really anything else, weird chemical experiments, whatever it might be. I'll put the links to like random craft in this video down in the description. Whatever. I sound like super professional saying that, but I know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing with this. Yeah.